Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner boxing 24. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good day. And we here in this corner boxing 24. As always, God is great, God is good. And I thank Him for another day. And I really can't complain, all right? So, I want to just kind of talk a little bit more about that boy, Shakur Stevenson. You know, Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. You know, he did his thing, man, on Saturday, right? And he brought the crowd out. 10,107 people, you know. 90% of that, according to Bob Arum, was for Shakur. And I would say that too. Absolutely. Robeson has some fans there. Brazil, there's a Brazilian population in Newark, New Jersey. That's being reported, and they came out to support Robeson, but I'm not going to say it was in the thousands. You know what I mean? Most of the people that was there was for Shakur Stevenson, man. That's his hometown. You know? I mean, I was at the fight, and I'm from New York. So I'm sure you have people who came from all over, but definitely right there in the city, they're going to support Shakur. So those were good numbers, right? For a place that doesn't usually hold boxing events. And the last time they had a big boxing event there, 2010, it was Michael Grant and Thomas Adamek, and it was 10,972. And so Shakur had numbers of 10,107. Pretty good numbers for the second time event to happen like that. Okay? So, yeah, that's really good for Shakur. Now, Bob Arum said that Shakur Stevenson, well, let me back up. Shakur Stevenson said that he's showing that he's a draw. And I would absolutely say that. You know, there's more than one person that's a draw. There's a lot of fighters that can draw a crowd. And everybody might not be a big pay-per-view star, but there's a lot of stars out there that can draw crowds. Okay, we know Canelo is a drawer, a big drawer. We know Spence can draw. We know Tank can draw. But Devin Haney can draw. Shakur can draw. These guys can draw the crowd. Okay, and when you put them together, you just sell it out. When you put those kind of fighters together, if they could draw on each side like that. Okay, so Shakur is a draw. All right. Now Bob Arum said that his fight with Jamel Herring last year, it was a draw. You know, it was filled out. And then his fight with Valdez earlier this year was a draw. It was filled out. So now with this fight, that's like 3 in a row showing like, yo, he can make the numbers. All you have to do is just put the backing behind him and the money, and it's just going to get better. Now, when he fights a Devin Haney and a Tank, it ain't going to just be because of Devin Haney or because of Tank. It's going to be because they want to see Shakur fight too. All right? Now, we got to always remember, right? Some people are just a draw no matter what, no matter who you put them in there with. Right? Some people are just like that, okay? If they have the money behind them and the backing, some people are just like that. Mike Tyson was like that, okay? Mike Tyson, no matter who he fought, he was a draw. He made big numbers. When he fought Peter McNeely is nobody. No disrespect, but he wasn't no superstar boxer. But Mike Tyson had big numbers for that fight on pay-per-view. That was a pay-per-view fight. Mike Tyson, just his name alone, man, was a draw, right? People wanted to see Mike Tyson. Tank Davis is like that. People just want to see Tank, no matter what. He's just a draw. Well, you got those people that they got that name and people just want to see him, right? And it makes a lot of sense because Mike Tyson was knocking everybody out. And Tank, he knocks people out, you know. Not everybody, but there's only a couple of fights where he didn't get a knockout. So he knocks people out, right? Mostly. So that makes a lot of sense. And then you got the other fighters who are just a draw because, not just because of their name, but because of their skill set. So you got the name and the skill set, and then you got the skill set. Why this one is a draw and that one's a draw, okay? So again, Canelo is the top drawer. You got Tank, you got Spence. People say Terence Crawford is not a draw, but like Andre Ward said, he never went to an arena and it was empty. It was always filled up. So now he might have not done numbers in pay-per-view like Errol Spence or Tank, but that don't mean he can't do that. I don't think he was promoted right. I know he wasn't promoted right. I'm not gonna say think. He was not promoted right when he was with Bob Arum. But let him get this fight with Spence. It's not gonna be just Spence doing those numbers. He need a Crawford to do any kind of big numbers. Okay, because who else he gonna fight where he gonna get some big numbers on pay-per-view? Nobody at welterweight. Terence Crawford is the man. All right, they could do that together. And if Terence Crawford fights and wins, then he go to 154. Man, it's a done deal. His numbers will keep on growing. Anyway, Shakur Stevenson is the same way, right? When he gets that 135, I don't know who his first fight will be, but when he gets Devin Haney, which is a 50-50 fight, I'm leaning more 60-40 with Shakur. I was just talking to one of my cousins earlier, and he's like, nah, Devin Haney gonna smash him. So I said, no. I said, man, Devin Haney's not gonna walk through Shakur Stevenson like that. I don't know why you think that. Shakur is no joke. And don't get it twisted. I'm hearing people, I'm reading comments, people saying Shakur needs to tighten up his defense. Listen, Roberson was a gold medalist for Brazil in the Olympics in 2016. He has a lot of amateur fights under his belt, and he fought Valdez in a close fight. That was a very close fight, okay? So when you fighting somebody that got skill too, you're gonna get hit. You're not gonna have a fight every time just because you got great defense where you're not gonna take no shots. You're gonna take less shots than the average, but you're gonna take some shots. Shakur took some shots from Roberson, absolutely. But do you need to tighten up on his defense? Maybe some of the shots he could have avoided, but he was being aggressive. And when you're being aggressive like that, sometimes you're gonna get hit because you're taking a chance to try to get the dude out of there. And there were times where Shakur was just walking forward, trying to get him, and then he got tagged here or there. It wasn't no crazy, like he really hurt him. No, but you're gonna get caught with shots. Okay, so no, his defense is great. His defense is fine. I'm not gonna say he needs to tighten up. He just needs to keep being defensive, but be offensive as well. Keep popping the jab. I think he didn't use the jab enough Friday rather. That's what I would say. I think his jab should have been popping more. His jab should have been popping more. He should have been consistent with that, setting him up, and then throwing his right hook. You know what I mean? And going to the body more. Jab, he could have doubled up his jab, went to the body. He wasn't doing a lot of that. But like he said, Roberson is an awkward fighter, and he was holding a lot. So that's part of the reason that maybe he couldn't do everything he wanted to do. But no, Shakur is the truth, all right? Like I said, 50-50 with Tank, 50-50 with Devin Haney, but I'd give him maybe 60-40. Ryan Garcia, I would give him definitely 60-40, maybe 70-30. You know what I mean? He's going to outbox just about anybody. So what you have in that 135, you got Devin Haney, undisputed. Devin Haney, to me, he got the best jab out of all of them. Shakur got the best defense. Tank got the most power. And Ryan Garcia got the size and the length. So they just got to fight each other, man, and then find out who's the last man standing. All right? I don't think Lomachenko could beat Devin Haney. Matter of fact, I know he can't beat Shakur or Devin Haney. And then you know damn well they're not gonna let him fight Tank. All right. Um, he won't be Ryan Garcia either to me. So I think it's gonna be those four, that nucleus, fighting each other for supremacy in 135. Because if Devin Haney fights Lomachenko, he's gonna beat him. With the jab alone, he's not gonna be able to deal with Devin Haney. If Devin Haney shoot them shots, bap, 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 like he can, he get Lomachenko be done. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting, man, to see how this next year fills out. Shakur is going to 135, and I ain't got a problem with that. Nobody should have a problem with that because it's health-wise, like you said, it's about my health, man. You know, I'm not no quitter. I didn't give up. I didn't go back on the scale because I'm already drained. I've already lost weight. Like you said, what more you want me to do? All right? I'm going to 135. I've been saying it, now I'm doing it, and that's what it is. All right? So Shakur is looking at big and better things. Last 3 fights, good numbers. And I believe that once he gets in there with one of these guys I just mentioned, Devin Haney, Tank, Ryan Garcia, and anybody else in that 135, because he's made a name for himself and because people know him, he's going to be a big draw. All right? Shakur's going to be all right going forward. And he's going to have to take off less weight to make 135. So he'd be even sharper. He'd be even stronger. That's what it is. Okay? So that's what I got for tonight. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. I'm on here every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice. Maybe different times of the evening, different times of the day. But you know, just tune in, just check me out, man. I'm going to make a video at some point every day. Watch my videos that's already up, and you can still leave your comments on that. But just subscribe to the page, like, and leave your comments. All right? Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24.